Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel, Pulling Brilliance Out in STEM. Today we have a Best STEM Toys 2020 review for you where we will look at 4 STEM toys that you should certainly consider for your little ones. If you're interested, keep watching. Let's get into it. The first toy that we are going to talk about today is the Nintendo Switch. So this, in my opinion, is a great value for what you get in terms of it has multiple functionality. So if you are like me, I really don't like buying toys, to be honest with you, because either times the kids will play with it a couple times and then they'll never play with it again, or there's lots of pieces that get lost, or whatever the case. You know, they want to play with the Amazon boxes, if we're being honest. But what I like about the Nintendo Switch is it does multiple things. So one, it's a handheld gaming device, so you can play with it. Think back in the day, a Game Boy. So think of this as like a modern day Game Boy. For our parents out there that are kind of new to this, if you have younger children, you're thinking about what game system should I introduce them to first. Definitely, I recommend the Nintendo Switch. It has the functionality of a kind of modern day Game Boy with the handheld capabilities. But also, if you put it in the charging dock, you can then connect it to the TV and it becomes a regular gaming console, which is really nice. So it has that double functionality. And so when you connect it to the TV, these pop off. So these are the controllers that you play with it when you're playing on the TV. You can also connect a traditional controller to it, and so you can play like this. I recommend getting wireless controllers. Now, we got this for our kids last Christmas, and I was being cheap. And I got the ones that have the wires. They don't have the wires here because I took it off to make this video, but just spend a couple extra dollars and get the wireless controllers. You will have a much better gaming experience, and it'll just look neater in your entertainment system. So get the wireless controllers. That's actually an upgrade that's on our list for this Christmas, is the wireless controllers. And so the Nintendo Switch is really great. If you watch the video that I made about the jobs of the future, one of the jobs of the future was like a video game arena designer. I'm not sure if that's the exact term. I'll link it somewhere here. But video games are very popular. People are getting paid a lot of money because they are good at playing video games. There are video game competitions. There are scholarships to universities if your child can play video games well. And so gaming is really taking off. It's not going to slow down. And so if you're interested in getting your child kind of interested in gaming, or just introducing them to games, or if they're asking you for a game system, I definitely recommend, if they're like under 10, to really consider the Nintendo Switch. It's a really great option and it's family friendly. So let's talk about some of the games that we have. So we purchased, when we bought the Switch, it came with Mario Kart 8, which is a fun game. I believe up to 8 people can play. Actually, 1 to 4 people can play on the TV mode. And so this is a really great game. Our daughter was playing this with us. She was 2 last Christmas. She often picks up the Switch and will go play Mario Kart, and she's gotten a lot better. Now, obviously, she's not coming in first place, but she's like moving around the track pretty good for, she just turned 3 last month. And so I highly recommend Mario Kart. And then I bought Crash Bandicoot because this just was really nostalgic for me. I grew up playing Crash Bandicoot, and so I really wanted my kids to have that same gaming experience. However, this is not a 2-person game. And so if you have more than one child the way we do, we have 3 little people, that, you know, they're fighting about whose turn is it next. I try to do things like I'll set a timer. Everybody plays for 5 minutes, and then we switch. I was with all 3 of the like old school Crash Bandicoot games, but it's hard for them to share that one. This is a really cool game. It's a carnival game, and it has 20 games. So again, I'm looking for things that have like multiple options. And this one is really cool. The children's godparents actually purchased this for them last Christmas. And it has 20 games. You can play up to 4 players. And so this is a really good, fun option. So we also purchased some games online. So What I'm about to tell you is super important. It might be one of the most important features or kind of hidden tips that nobody's going to tell you when you purchase the Nintendo Switch. But before I tell you what that is, are you subscribed to our channel? If you are not, it is totally free. All you have to do is click the subscribe button right down below. So I'll give you a couple seconds. Go there now. Click subscribe. Click the bell so you get notified when we upload new videos. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, I'm going to tell you something that's really, really important, and I don't want you to forget this. If you decide to get the Switch for your children, or even if you already have a Switch and you're thinking about downloading some games, if you've never done that yet, do not download the games from online. And they get you because sometimes they're significantly cheaper if you just download them online. The problem is you won't have enough space on your Switch to actually download all the games. You might be able to download 1 or 2 games. And so we've downloaded several games, and I had to purchase a memory card so that we had extra space for the downloaded games. In that case, I could have just purchased the game, and the games come with these little cards, and this is what you pop into. They just pop in. I'll show you. They pop in right here to the top, and you just pull it out and you put it in and you push it down, and that's how that works. Just buy the game with the little memory card so that you're not out here on Amazon trying to figure out if you need what size is going to fit and all of those. It's just too much of a hassle. Just buy the game that has a little chip in it. Don't get bamboozled by the low price on the Nintendo online website, because you're just going to end up spending more money buying a memory card and going through the hassle. And it takes like a whole day to download. And we have pretty fast internet. And so you got to wait overnight for it to download. So it's not like the kids are going to be able to play it instantly. So I just don't recommend downloading the games. I recommend just purchasing them and getting them in a little case and kind of keeping them organized that way. So that's my big, most important tip if you have or are thinking about getting the Nintendo Switch. Now, with that being said, we have downloaded games. So we've downloaded a baseball game, NBA 2K, Monopoly, Uno, and I think Mario Party. All very fun games. I would not recommend Uno because if you're going to play Uno, just play with the cards. Like online, it might be more of like a one-player experience, but you can see everybody's hand. And it's just, I didn't. As far as Mario Party, really fun game. It does have lots of different games within the one game. So it's similar to like this carnival games, but like how you navigate it is kind of interesting. One of the nice things about Mario Party is it does have some sensory features with the remote control where you're like moving your arms and jumping. So it does get the kids moving. So if that's important to you, Mario Party will be a fun game to be able to do that. What I'll say about the NBA 2K and the baseball game, those games are not made for little people. And so the music is explicit. I was so shocked when I'm like in here and they're playing like Drake and there's cuss words and I'm like, whoa. So you can go into the settings and you can change the music options or the features in there. But you want to be mindful of that. Now my kids have a lot of fun. My 4-year-old, and he just turned 4 last month, he has no problem navigating and playing 2K. They play with their dad and they have a lot of fun with it. And so I wouldn't say like don't get those types of games, but just be mindful that some of the games are designed for an older audience. Accessories. So we bought a couple of accessories. We bought these. I think these were like $10. I'll link everything, by the way. Everything that I'm talking about today, I'll link in the comments below so that you can click on them. Everything's available on Amazon. Super easy if you're interested in purchasing any of these for your family. And so these just pop in. The controller pops in and then it functions like a steering wheel. And so these are kind of cool if you're playing Mario Kart or other driving games. We also have this case. This we put the Switch in when Preston takes it to school. So when school was in person, he would take this maybe for after school. And so he would put it in the case. Again, purchase it on Amazon. They also have screen protectors, which I would highly recommend if your child is using it as a handheld device often. For us, we have 3 children. We have 1 Switch. They hardly ever use it as a handheld device. More so they're playing together through the TV. So that's everything Nintendo Switch. I could probably do an entire video just on the Switch, which maybe if you guys are interested in that, comment down below if you want some more tips and tricks about the Nintendo Switch and how to use it with your children in ways that are going to help to develop their skills, critical thinking, problem solving, strategic thinking. Comment down below, like make the Switch review, and I'll do an entire review video just on the Switch. All right, so let's go to the next tool. All right, next we are going to talk about the Amazon Kindle Fire. So this is a tablet. And you're thinking, I thought, Cassandra, you told me we were going to talk about toys. This is a great toy option. And so you might not traditionally think about the tablet as kind of a toy in a toy review, but it absolutely is. There are so many games that my children play on the tablet. They watch movies, they play games, there are educational games, counting games, tracing games, puzzles. You can read books on here, audiobooks. They can read the books to you and turn the pages. There's really endless opportunities here. And so I highly recommend this particular tablet because it comes at a very nice price point. And the nice thing about it is every so often I'll upgrade them. So I'll send the old one back, and then they'll send me a new one, and I'll get like $20 off of the new one because we just kind of upgraded the one that we already had. I wanted them to each have their own tablet, and this was one that came in at a really good price point, and it also is a nice size. And so it has this nice case that we again also got on Amazon, 3 different colors, so everybody can quickly indicate which one is yours. So that's really nice. Highly recommend. There are lots of apps. If you haven't checked out, I did a review of the ABC Mouse and Khan Academy Kids app, which are both apps that our kids really like and play with on their tablet. So I'll link that video above. You can check that out. But I really recommend the Amazon Fire tablet. It's a great tablet. It's so versatile. This case is really nice because it has these kickstands. And so I don't know if you can see that, but it just stands right up on the table. And so it makes it, again, a really versatile toy. So I highly recommend the Amazon Fire tablet. Next, I want to tell you about the ozobot. So the ozobot bit. The ozobot bit is a great screen-free coding toy. So you can teach your child how to code using markers. So the starter kit comes with 4 colored markers: green, black, blue, and red. It also comes with the robot. So it is very small. So it's called a bit, and it is pretty small. If you can see that, it's pretty tiny, but it is a great tool. It's very easy for little hands to grab. Now they do make a bigger version, which is a little larger than this. So you could get that option if you wanted something bigger, but this is great for little hands to maneuver and kind of play with. It also comes with the charging cord, which is kind of small. I guess maybe this is designed to charge it from your computer. But if you have, for example, like the charger that we have for the Fire tablet works with this. So you could use different chargers. It also comes with the different skins. So right now we have the Spider-Man skin because we got the Marvel Spider-Man and Venom edition. And this is the Venom skin. You could get different versions, and they come with kind of those things that make it fun for the kids to kind of decorate. Comes with the quick start guide, which is super helpful, very easy to set up. Again, you just kind of charge it, turn it on, and if you can draw a black line, you can start coding and letting the robot know what to do. In the quick start guide, it's this helpful list of codes, the Ozo codes. And so these are the color codes. So for example, blue, black, blue tells the ozobot to go fast. So if you were drawing the line, you would draw a black line, and then a little blue dash, a black dash, a blue dash, and then finish your black line. And when the ozobot got to that spot, it knows to go fast, and then it goes a little bit faster. So it's really cool, and the kids can be very creative in how they create their code along their path. What's really nice too is this is really a toy that's going to grow with your child. So it starts out with the screen-free version with the markers. So if your child is in school all day on Zoom, or if they're just watching too much TV or spending too much time on their tablet and you want to give them an activity that takes them away from their screens, this is a great activity with the ozobot. It also comes with some of these other features. So it comes with different stickers and things to decorate the ozobot skin. It also comes up with these like cutout punch cards where you can create little obstacle courses for the ozobot. But what's really nice is it comes with these stickers. So the stickers have the Ozo codes on them. So if your child can draw a black line, they can then take the stickers and put them along the path, and then that creates the code. And so this is like scaffolding for your child. So if you have a younger child, so my 4-year-old Braxton, he was playing with this week, and he did an amazing job. He drew his black line, and then he got the stickers and placed them around to kind of create the path that he wanted. My older child, Preston, he is able to actually take the different markers, and he's drawing with his black marker, and then he gets his blue marker, do little codes, and can switch back and forth between to create his path. And so that's a little bit more advanced. And then once your child gets past that point and they have it really down, the Ozo codes, they can draw different paths, they've gotten really creative with it, then you can bring a screen into it. So those are the screen-free kind of ways, but they do have some options where you can connect it to a computer or a tablet and do some block coding with the ozobot, which is really neat as well. So again, this is a nice toy because it grows with your child, and it gives you some different features that will allow your child to keep having interest in playing with it, because it gives them different ways to play with the same toy. So it has multiple purposes. You're not buying a new toy, you're just using a new feature of a toy that you already have. And that saves you money, and it declutters your home because you don't have a ton of toys all over the place. And those are the things that are important to me. And so that's why I really like the ozobot bit. All right, so we talked about the Nintendo Switch, the Amazon Fire, and the ozobot bit. And so next up, we are going to talk about Pictionary Air. So Pictionary Air is really cool. This is the kids versus grown-ups edition. They also have just a regular Pictionary Air edition for grown-ups. This was so much fun. Me and my sister had so much fun playing with this with our kids. We played it in the living room. We connected the iPad to the TV using our Apple TV, so everybody could see what was being drawn on the big TV screen. So much fun. So let me tell you just a little bit about this game, because it was a little confusing to get set up at first. However, it's pretty simple to use. So it comes in this kind of packaging. I got, again, all of these you can find on Amazon, and I will link them in the description. While I'm opening this, if you have not yet subscribed to our channel, now is the perfect time. Click the link below, click the bell so that you get the notifications. Now, one thing I will say, the package, like the long-term packaging could have been a little bit better. So you get the cards, and we only opened one deck of cards so far, and it comes in this like little flimsy cardboard box thing. So that's not gonna last long. So I'll likely probably put this whole thing in a Ziploc bag at some point. It comes with the directions that tell you how to set it up, and then it comes with the actual pen. So this is the pen that you use to draw in the air. So what was a little confusing for me is you do need to download an app to either your phone or a tablet so that the whole thing works. So what I did is I got my iPad and I downloaded the Pictionary Air app. And then once you got to that point, it's really easy to navigate the directions. You indicate which version you're playing, the kids versus grown-ups or the original version, and then it sets it up for you. You pick which kind of game rules that you want to use, and then once you're ready, you pick a card. And so this is a kid's card. And what's nice is on the kid's card, it has pictures next to the words, so even little kids can play. So my 4-year-old Braxton, he was able to play because he could see like this is a baseball bat, and he knows that that's a baseball bat, and he might not be able to read baseball bat, but he can see the picture here. It's also nice because then they can see how to draw the baseball bat to get other people to guess. The hard part was like keeping everybody contained to one part of the room so that they weren't like coming over and looking at the card. So when you set the game up, you want to kind of keep that in mind, keep the two teams separate, and have some rules about like, okay, the person that's drawing is going to stand here and everybody else is going to, be here so that you can see the screen. But that's how it works. So then once they started to draw, first you turn it on. So there's an on switch at the back. You turn it on and it's red. And then when you're ready to draw, it turns green. And you point it, you have to stand back a little bit from the screen. You point it at the screen and you draw your picture. You can tap the screen if you want to clear it and start again. It's a really fun game. I highly recommend this. This would make a fantastic game night for adults. This would make a fun, just family game night. And even if you have little kids, they can still draw and participate. They can guess what you're drawing. And so it's a really fun game. And it's a nice twist on an old classic that everybody loves. And so we highly recommend Pictionary Air. All right, that brings us to the end of our video. Those are all of the toys that I wanted to share with you and recommend. If you are shopping for your little people or even bigger people this holiday season and you're not sure what to get them, I would highly recommend considering some of these gifts. I have them linked all below. You can find them all on Amazon. I hope that you have a wonderful holiday, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Hey, are you subscribed to our channel yet? If not, it's super simple, and the best part, it's free. All you have to do is click on that button right over there and you're subscribed. Isn't that awesome? Don't forget, subscribe and make sure that you don't miss any of our new content.